Hey, what is up, card tubers? Diego here. Welcome into a Under Stadium Lights with the Carolina Panthers video for your sports cards Detour. We're going to start off with showing you some cards here of Carolina Panthers. We have Eric Reed right there, a defensive safety or cornerback, backfield. Jeremy Chin. I got a Brett Maxey. And then I got linebacker Brandon Smith. Here he is with Penn State, wearing the number 12. And then here he is with the number 40, rated rookie of Brandon Smith for the Carolina Panthers. Just a little note on the Carolina Panthers. They finished the season, this previous season, with a 7-10 record, but the NFC South was just horrible. Let's just say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ended up winning that division with an 8-9 record, so it just was bad. Things are looking up for the Carolina Panthers as they drafted Bryce Young, I believe, in the 2023 draft. So the sky's the limit, all right, at this point. Here's a James Bradbury, one of my favorites. Kevin Green, although he did have some turmoil with that Panthers team. We got Greg Hardy, Gerald McCoy. Another defensive player right here. We got Derek Brown. And we have Luke Kuechly, Trey Boston. And I have two Tommy Trembles here. Tommy Tremble on a playoff as a rookie. And Tommy Tremble on the absolute. Tommy Tremble's a tight end, by the way. Started into the offense a little early. Okay. The 7 wins for the Panthers made me go into thinking about the start of the Panthers career, Panthers franchise, which was back in 1995. They actually won 7 games in their first season, which was an expansion team best. Like no other expansion team had that many wins. And then to follow up that year, they went 12-4 in 1996. So they made the playoffs, and they were looking pretty good. And I remember seeing a lot of support for the Panthers back then. That postseason, or that 12-4 record getting into the playoffs, will be the first of 6 division championships that they won. One of them of the division championships was the NFC West, I should say, and there was a realignment, and then it became the NFC South, and that's where they have rivalries with Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Saints started. They went to 2 Super Bowls, and you can thank guys like Jake Delhomme and Cam Newton for that. Here's Greg Olsen, one of the key players throughout the years for the Panthers. Another Greg Olsen. I believe his number is retired, or he's in the Ring of Honor or something like that. Whatever they call it, that for the Panthers. Curtis Samuel, a guy that I thought was going to be pretty good. I have a pretty nice card of his. Kelvin Benjamin, Pocket Ishmael. And then one of their current stars, DJ Moore. Got a fullback in Talbot. Stephen Davis. This card here, Jordan Scarlett. And one of my favorites, D'Angelo Williams. He came over and played with the Steelers for a bit. All right, so getting back to that whole Super Bowl thing, like I said, Cam Newton and Jake Delhomme both took them there back in 2003, and in 2015 they were both in the Super Bowl, but did not end up winning. Now, to get to the playoffs and the Super Bowls, the Carolina Panthers had to go through the 3 other teams in the NFC South. You had the Atlanta Falcons, which they met 56 times. In that rivalry, the Falcons have the lead with 35 wins to 21 losses. Then we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Panthers. They met 45 times. The Panthers actually have the lead in that one. They have 25 wins to the Buccaneers 20. And then the rivalry with the Saints is the only one that has an actual playoff game. They play 56 games against each other, and in those 56 games, they are tied at 28 apiece. However, the Saints have the tiebreaker in head-to-head matchups with the playoff win. I forgot to write down the year. With a playoff win. So New Orleans has the lead. Right now, the Falcons and New Orleans have bested the Panthers. The Buccaneers are still 5 games behind. And, let's look at some quarterbacks here to finish it off. We have Matt Corral, rookie card. Then we have Kerry Collins, guy who led them to the 12-4 victory, Penn State alumni. Teddy Bridgewater, recent memory of taking over the team. Then we have Sam Darnold, who was one of the starters from last year and the year before, but got replaced. And then we have probably their all-time leader quarterback, Cam Newton, probably the best player that they had on the team for many years. Cam Newton, he's got the main honor as being number 1 of the Carolina Panthers. Like when I think of the Carolina Panthers, I think of Cam Newton. So pretty cool thing. Pretty cool team. Always like their uniforms and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this Under Stadium Lights with. Oh, and let me just say, the reason why I say I call it Under Stadium Lights with is because I bought the cards from Under Stadium Lights. Like they were selling team packs, and I happened to buy like quite a few team packs. And I figured I'd give them credit because when you sign up with their rewards program for buying stuff, also if you give them a mention, like if you show your cards that you got from them, and you get a certain amount of rewards point, like 5, 10 points, or 5, 2, 3, 5. I forget what the numbers are. For different things, like your birthday might earn you some points. Then you might get some points by purchases, and then you also get points for shouting them out, which is basically word of mouth advertising. So that's what I'm doing for them. Just always want to show my support to them. I've been buying cards from Under Stadium Lights back when they were just on Twitter selling some cards. And when they made their website, I transitioned over. So you can always find something nice there. It's never overly packed. It's not like you have to visit it every day, but it's a good week to week. Look up and see what kind of cards you might like. I got a lot of cards from them. You can also sign up for their memberships over there as well. I know that just sounded like a big advertisement. Don't get paid for anyway, but I might get some points for it. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.
Well, thanks a lot for looking and listening, folks. I enjoyed being with you. So long, everybody.